If you've watched the movie, we're in the movies today, The Fountain, another movie from 2000 something, 2006, 7, something like this. Right? There's a girl, she's got cancer and she's with a doctor and he's looking for solutions for cancer. That obsessiveness, he fucking played like a champion. Really, really interesting movie. He's playing the role of the scientist looking for a solution for death because he's confronted to the death of his lover, his girlfriend or wife that he loves, and she's gonna die, and it's eating him up alive, and he's in the research of cancer, finding solutions for cancer, so he wants to, and he's right there and he wants to find the solution to cancer so he can save his girlfriend. He really plays the role of that extremely obsessive mind, but in the movie there's an honesty. In your everyday life, scientists, for the most part, don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're in a special field where they're just a pond in that great mind's evolution. And that scientist who's just, okay, now we're going to discover that code of gene. And they're just like, they're not thinking of death, they're idiots. They're like robots. And they're just doing their little part in a big picture. That part will serve for this, and if you add it up, it brings to a solution. But that geek doesn't know fuck all. That's all he does. He just takes this from here and puts it there 1,000,000 times. The overall picture is a rare thing. The same goes in the so-called spiritual world. I don't want to call it spiritual world because it's not. The same thing in the spiritual world. Very few people, how many spiritual paths speak of death? Like really? How many spiritual paths teach you how to die while living? No, most spiritual path nowadays is about feeling good, being happy, being good to other people, love, be happy, eat, pray, love. You know, this new age bullshit. So what does that mean? It means that very few people are aware of death or have a living experience of it and seek the answer. And the same goes for the materialists. Very few people have an overall vision, but it doesn't mean that mind isn't going towards that. Using little peons, geeks here and there, and then eventually there's a smarter geek that brings it together and says, hey, we could do this. But now it's kind of starting to accelerate as they're getting closer and closer. But the guy who's doing biomechanical engineering, he's a geek. Like, what does he care about death? He just wants to know how to plug some computer chip in your brain. He's not necessarily at all thinking of death. He's just a geek. And he wants to achieve name, fame, and glory. I want to be the first person who's able to do this and be able to achieve this in regards to my peers and get published and get this and get that and get this and be that and then get rich so I can get some pussy. Or higher class pussy, that is. He's not thinking about that. So that's another thing you learn about life. It's like there's intelligence that are invisible, guiding things, and they're using people as pawns. And when you zoom out, and you see the same for society. Do you think that the Prime Minister of Alberta has a sense of what's really going on? He has a sense of what's going on at a certain level. Do you think he has a big picture sense? Most likely not. Nor does he need to fulfill his function. But there he is, fulfilling a function within a bigger picture. If you told him about a supreme mind, he's like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? I'm like pushing a button here, and then we've adjusted the law here, and then have a meeting with the French-Canadian Prime Minister next month. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have time for this. His mind is not there.